in the Port Royal Sound, South Carolina, is steeped in history. The story of its occupancy dates back to 1891. However, Spanish explorers who arrived in the harbor in 1520 named the area Santa Elena and claimed it for the King of Spain. In 1562, Jean Ribaut, the French explorer, landed on Parris Island and somewhere in the region established a small outpost named Charlesfort. In 1715, the island was purchased by Alexander Parris, the treasurer of South Carolina. He, his daughter, and son-in-law were the first settlers of Parris Island. During the late 1800s and the early 1900s, the island changed hands between the Navy and the Marines several times. In 1909, the Marines opened an officer school, and in 1911 it housed 2 recruit companies that were short-lived. Before the year was out, the schools were transferred and Parris Island became a Navy disciplinary barracks. November 1st, 1915, Marine recruit training was re-established and Parris Island became famous worldwide as a training base of U.S. Marines. It was in 1942 that the Secretary of the Navy authorized the Marine Corps to accept women to create a women's reserve. This was the beginning of today's women Marines, but it marked the second time in Marine Corps history that women would be wearing marine green. Although those first Lady Leathernecks served for less than a year, 1918 to 1919, many of them rose to the rank of sergeant. On July 30th, 1919, these Marinettes, as they were called, were separated. 25 years later, on February 13th, 1947, enlistment of women in the Marine Corps began. An act of Congress, July 17th, 1948, authorized the enlistment of women into the Marine Corps and thereby established women Marines as a component part of the Marine Corps. Since 1948, when the 3rd Recruit Battalion was established, Parris Island has proudly trained women Marines. Today's women Marines are eligible to serve in 26 occupational fields containing 125 job specialties. Today, the women of the Marine Corps Recruit Depot, Parris Island, and the Eastern Recruiting Region stand ready. We too can feel the brush of our predecessors' wings, the wings of eagles. They come from far and wide, the cities, the farms, all with one single purpose, to be one of the few, one of the proud. These young women are about to enter one of the most intensive periods of physical and mental activity that has not yet been experienced in their young lives. They will have to call upon reserves of physical and mental strength they simply never knew existed. Between the first day of training and graduation day, they will give their utmost to earn the prize title of any armed force of any country in the world today, Marine, and to wear its symbol, the eagle, globe, and anchor. These young women will have to pay the price of admission to an exclusive organization whose hallmark is one of duty, honor, and country. They will learn the Corps is not merely a job, it's a way of life. The term Marine is not a title, it's an emotion. These young women you are about to meet will graduate and become women Marines through the efforts of their officers and drill instructors. They are the finest officers, staff non-commissioned officers, and non-commissioned officers in the Marine Corps today. There's nothing like starting off your morning with a nice brisk run. Kind of gets the blood started, and believe me, before the day's over, you'll feel the blood coursing through your body at 100 miles an hour. In the Corps, everybody does his share of the work. Today, it's their turn. Here, qualified coaches teach us the importance of water survival. The obstacle course teaches you how to overcome any obstacle that may be in your way. It also helps with coordination. Look out, I'm moving on. This is Weapons Battalion. Here, a recruit learns the fine art of firing a weapon. The Marines take their weapons training very seriously. Everyone must learn how to properly hold a weapon in order to fire it effectively. This is called snapping in. A little exercise never hurt anyone. Night fire is probably one of the more exciting training events. First, a flare is fired, and then you fire tracer bullets. They make it easy to see if you're firing correctly. This is the squad automatic weapon, commonly referred to as the SAW. It fires 1,000 rounds per minute, and when it hits its target, you would think it had been sawed in half. As always, a class is given and every precaution is taken, right down to the coach in the hole with you.
NCOs, you need it up here beside the tower.
Firing the .45 seems tame after the SAW, but you learn to take every weapon seriously. Again, the coach is close by giving hands-on instruction in firing and, most of all, safety.
Line is ready. Shooters aim in. Unlock a fire 2 rounds. Let the slide go. And should the ones don't stay, come back down to the ready. And the line ready. Ready on the right. For your own target. Watch your at the top.
Females usually, we got four relays. That's the most I've seen.
That's what we did. Male series. Did he clean these things yesterday?
Sliding down the fast rope is something that every recruit must learn. This will prepare us for the rappelling and helo jump later on. This is one class to pay real close attention to. It's real important to get that mask on correctly. These recruits are being asked if they have any physical impairment that would stop them from participating today. Just as I thought, not one. After they enter, they must remove the mask and state their name and social security number. This gives you an idea of what the real deal is like. It's a wrenching experience. Well, here it is, rappelling and the helo jump. The fast rope was a great warm-up, but it looks real different from almost 50 feet in the air. It's real simple. All you have to do is walk off the edge. There is always encouragement from the coaches, and the safety factor is pretty incredible. The rope in your hand passes through a ring that is connected to what is called a Swiss seat. And at any time you want to stop, you just pull up on your own rope. What a great ride! The flag-raising ceremony signifies the beginning of the most important day in the life of a recruit. The concept of being a recruit will soon be only a memory, but those memories are enough to sustain the spirit for a lifetime. There is no magic here. The real evolutionary process is in a young girl's heart. Here, a young girl is merely allowed to open up her soul and let the woman inside come out. And in the United States Marine Corps, the woman comes out shining.